friends, I'm here and welcome back to part 4 of my Darkrai time-lapse. To create my Scythe, I used the design Rebull Salpa, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, created. I inserted the image into Photoshop and kinda guessed by looking up the size of an A4 paper to create the total length of my Scythe. By selecting the image and inserting it into a new file, I printed out my Scythe. After putting everything together, I realized I made my Scythe too small, and I ended up making the pole longer and adjusting where the handlebar would be added in the end. The total length here was about 1.7 meters. I ended up making my Scythe 2 meters long in the end. I traced everything twice onto PVC foam with a thickness of 5 millimeters. I used 2 layers to make everything thicker. I actually regret not using anything underneath because I ended up cutting into the table too much and damaged it. Just repeating the same step over and over. I wish I had a sharper knife because lots of times the knife didn't cut through all the way. I was actually just trying to adjust minor mistakes, but yeah, you can't really see that in the end. While making the blade part, I needed to glue 2 parts together since it wasn't long enough to fit onto one sheet. Using a Dremel, I created depth in the sides of my parts to give a more 3D effect and make both parts the same. I forgot to record this part, but I ended up going to a wood turner to have him cut a pole into 3 pieces and adding screws in between so I could easily take the Scythe apart and reattach it again. I started by covering the poles in Warbler and using a glove to really push into the materials to leave no air gap in between or air bubbles. To combine the pieces onto the pole, I covered them in Warbler and simply heated them up again to make the pieces stick together. I should have tested where the pole would end up by turning it together because I accidentally made the handlebar on the opposite side of the Scythe, which you can't really see in the end, luckily, if you don't know the design, I guess. I had trouble hitting everything nicely into place, so I tried sanding it down a little, which didn't help much, unfortunately. Using more Warbler to stick both sides of the blade and that cloud thingy, I guess, to the pole. For the core parts, I only used one layer of PVC foam on both sides, otherwise it would look too thick. I did some improvising here to make the handlebar lower than the original design. After priming everything only once, I went to paint everything. My camera stopped recording at one point, which I was not aware of, so I pretty much just did everything the same as the armor. I hope you guys can kind of get the point I was trying to do there. While with the armor, I was doing more highlighting. On the Scythe, I was doing more low lighting. So instead of white lines, I was using black lines. I hope you enjoyed watching this time lapse, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.